Welcome, everybody. Welcome to this Thursday meeting. It's almost the end of May. It's crazy, man. We've had almost a full half year of this whole craziness in the world, but either way, we're still sticking together. We're still doing our thing. We're still moving forward. So I got to thank y'all first and foremost for coming to this session, because obviously y'all are giving up your time to be here, and y'all are hoping to get out of this some math skills, some confidence, and that attitude you need to pass on that next attempt. And so with that said, I ain't here to stop that. I'm here to encourage that. I'm here to encourage you to keep doing the right thing and passing your next attempt. So without further ado, guys, let's get started. So today's session is going to be on mental math. It's going to be on division specifically, because obviously with these hour sessions, we can only get through so much. So instead of me going through all 4 operations and hoping y'all get some of it, nah, let's go ahead and actually dive into like a specific point here, master that thing, and move forward with that huge confidence that we need. So welcome to a special session. Tonight, I'm gonna pick those 3 winners for the group tutoring pass. And I wanna know who's excited for that. I wanna know if you're here specifically for that, or if you're here to learn the math and that's just a bonus. So how are y'all feeling about that group tutoring pass little contest that we're running? Because you had 3 chances. One of them is just by showing up. The second way was that sign up form that I put up. And that third way was that YouTube video that I had you like and comment on. So I know everybody's here for both. I know y'all are motivated by the free stuff. I know, it's all good. So, and either way, even if you're not a winner, you're still gonna get a massive hookup. So just stay the whole time, learn what you gotta learn, and we're gonna apply what we need to apply. So I see here that there's a lot of excitement. I love it. I love it. Anastasia, hey, you're gonna learn how to study the right way with me. I got you. So just a quick update. The bonus section is gonna be next Tuesday. It's usually I like to run the free one, then the bonus one on the same week. But because of the group tutoring pass and it coming out, tonight after this session, it's literally going to be live. I need to make sure that I have time to let people sign up for it so that they can get that session. So I pushed it to Tuesday. That way people can have a chance to sign up for the pass and get everything. So there's that. And in Tuesday's session, we're going over mental math again, but we're going over more operations too. And those operations, I'll decide on those depending on the people that sign up, letting me know what they want, and I'll make it happen for y'all. That's how these sessions are run. But the topic is mental math, and we're going to pick the specifics later on. So for those of y'all that are new, who here is new? Is this your first time here? Give me a shout out. Who is here for the first time? Who is here for the first time? Shalanta, welcome. Aaliyah, welcome. Danny, welcome. Zamaya, John, Tamika, what is good? Jasmine, I think I might have seen you before. Oh, in the Facebook group, that is. That's awesome. That is good. And so I want you guys to know a little bit about me before we begin, because obviously you guys are trusting a stranger right now with your time. So I want to make sure you know who I am so you can trust me and things are all good. If you want to screenshot this and look at it later, that's all good too. I'm going to mute everybody for a quick moment just to make sure that I can have the recording here, with no hiccups. So one moment while I mute everybody. But just a quick little note about me, guys. Look, I've been a teacher my whole life. I've been teaching for over a decade now. And the thing is, it doesn't matter to me what it is. I could be teaching you math or other things, or life skills, life coaching, motivation, group exercise, spinning classes. I've done it all. It just so happens that I'm really good at teaching math, and I'm not afraid to say it, because I've helped thousands of people. And I'm not even kidding. Like, I've helped thousands of people pass their math tests over their careers to save their life or save their jobs, get their career started, or whatever it may be. And so if you look at the bottom here, this is just some of what I've done in my life. I've helped people do. And honestly, I can't be prouder right now to help people do more. That's what this is all about. Just helping people do more. So again, if you're new, welcome. Armand, get out of here, man. So let's go ahead and get things kicked off. First things first, man, mental math. Since we're here talking about mental math, you need mental math. I'm gonna give everybody 60 seconds to download a mental math app if you do not have one already. So if you have an iPhone, in the App Store, you can look up mental math flashcards, and you're going to find an app that has this picture. Download that one. It's the best one on iPhone. If you have Android, go ahead. On your phone, look up Magoosh Math Practice, and you're going to see the Magoosh Practice Flashcards app. So I'm going to give everybody a quick 45 seconds extra here to download that thing starting now. That way, again, you can practice and take the 5 minutes a day that you need to get ready. Because the thing is, it is not about practicing for 5 hours in one sitting. It's about being consistent in that practice every day. And so you want to make sure that you're doing something, even anything, even if it's mental math, every day to get your mind in the right mindset. That's what this is about. So if you're downloading it, type done when you're done. If you already have it, type done in the chat box. So go ahead. I want to make sure that everybody gets a chance to do that. We got 30 more seconds. It takes 2 seconds to download that app. And what I want y'all to do, seriously, when you wake up in the morning, instead of taking that whole 15-minute parade on Facebook and Instagram, man, do yourself a favor and actually do some mental math. Thank you, Emily. All right. So with that said, that is 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. I ain't wasting any time today because we got things to do. We got a test to pass. We got jobs to get. So my number one rule, guys, make sure that you're trying. Make sure you're trying. Because the thing is, if you're not trying, I say this all the time. If you ain't trying, you're giving up your opportunity. And we all know that opportunities are not very common these days. So let's capture these opportunities. Right now, you have plenty of opportunities to practice and try and grow. So make sure you're putting your best work in every problem. So if you have that mentality in you, if you're ready to try out every problem, you know what it is if you've been here before. Type hashtag Ace the ASVAB and let's get to it. Booyah, number one, Chantel. Of course, she's been here like, man, I've been through your whole 7-minute talk. I want to get started. You sound like an infomercial. I know. That's part of business. That's part of business. I mean, you could probably move anywhere other than Germany and be here at any other time of day, but you're choosing to be up here at midnight. So Corey, thank you for abbreviating that. All right, looks like we're all in that mentality right there. Acing the ASVAB. I love it. I love it. I love it. It said, I'm gonna shout you out actually, Chantel, because you're here. It's midnight over there in Germany, and you're here learning math, and you said because it's worth it. I think that's all you guys need to hear. All right. So here we go, man. Starting right off with mental math, I'm super excited, partly because it's Thursday, so that means it's almost Friday, but also because y'all are right here ready to learn. So let's get started with mental math. Division. If y'all thought that you couldn't do mental math division, let me go ahead and show you something real quick. This is the first strategy that I'm going to show you in this session. This first strategy, I call it split and glue. So split it up and then glue it back together. That's the idea that I'm working off of here. So I'm going to say it one more time. Splitting up the numbers and gluing it back together. If you're trying to do these problems before I'm done talking, don't. You want to listen to these words. Take any notes that you can or screenshot right there. But it's better to just kind of listen to the concepts so that it makes sense as opposed to trying to memorize everything at the same time, you know, and it's all going to turn into memory. You want it to be understanding, not memory. Here's how it works. Let's start off with 30 divided by 3, something super easy. Everybody, type it into the chat box. Not a rhetorical question. What's 30 divided by 3? Type it in. All right, cool. We're awake. We have some pulses here. Good. So 30 divided by 3, that's 10. Let me ask y'all real quick though. What's 60 divided by 3? Yeah, it really is midnight over there. All right, yeah, so yeah, that would be 20. That would be 20 there. So we got 10 and we got 20. So 30 divided by 3 is 10. That makes sense. 60 divided by 3 is 20. That makes sense too. What if we go halfway? What if we're looking at 45 divided by 3? What if we're going halfway? What could you guys guess 45 divided by 3 is just by looking at it? Now people are a little unsure, right? This is where mental math comes in. This is where mental math comes in. Armand and Emily, you're absolutely right. The answer is 15. But I want you guys to understand why. And this is where I'm going to go over the split and glue strategy. This is how it works. Everybody, 45, and here's the strategy. I'm going to name the strategy and I'm going to use it for you. So here are the steps. First, split the number into 2 easier divisions. Here's what I mean. If I'm looking at 45 right here, I'm looking at this for the first time saying, I don't know what 45 divided by 3 is, but here's what I do know. Pay attention. Here's what I do know. I know that 45, I could split 45 up into 30 plus 15. Everybody, is that a factual statement? 45 is 30 plus 15. Yes or no? I need you to actually tell me right now. Does that make sense? Because if you can make this one part make sense, you got it down. All right, cool. That makes sense, right? 45 is 30 plus 15. And that's the goal of this. What you're trying to do is split it up into two easier divisions because everybody, really quick, what's 30 divided by 3? Oh, yeah, we knew that. That was 10. We knew that for sure, right? 30 divided by 3, that was 10. We said that earlier. We said it. We said it. And what's 15 divided by 3? Oh, look at that. And everybody, once we do the division, what is 10 plus 5? Ah. So look at that. And if you need to have your calculator with you so that you can confirm these things as you go along to help it make more sense, it's okay to have a calculator for this session. I usually don't allow calculators because you don't get a calculator on the ASVAB. But if you need a calculator to help confirm these tricks, yes, absolutely, I'll allow you to do that. But at a first glance, yes or no, does that strategy make sense? Splitting it up into two easier numbers and then putting it back together. That's the strategy. Split it up into two easier numbers and put it back together. Well, Allison and Jasmine, guess what? You ain't never had me as a math teacher. I'm always excited about it. And this is, all hope is not lost. I love it. Yeah, because the thing is on the ASVAB, guess what? You don't get a calculator and you're wasting time if you're writing things down, right? So this is the idea. Write less, do it all in your head. Do what you can in your head. And so we're going to take this strategy and we're going to blow this thing up today. But if you need a second to screenshot this, I'm going to allow everybody to screenshot the split and glue method right there. I'm going to count to 15 here to let you screenshot it if you need to. But here's the thing. This class is an hour, Corey. It might go a little over because usually I have those last problems to do and I usually am generous with that. So yeah, it's going to be a little over an hour. But yeah, here we go, everybody. Let's extend this conversation because I'm excited about this. 90 divided by 3. 90 divided by 3, what would that be, everybody? What would that be? Right, we can look at that and we can feel pretty confident that, hey, there's a 0 at the end. So let me just take the 9 divided by 3, and put the 0 back. That's 30. No worries, Alexis, welcome. No worries. So everybody, you know how, like, give me a yes or no. Is it easier to divide when the number ends in 0? Yeah, Corey, it'll be recorded. I gotta let you know if I'm gonna be putting it on YouTube or not yet. Haven't decided, but you know, you can keep me in your headphone if you want to eat while doing that. I know you have family and everything, so do your thing. But yeah, man, I wouldn't sweat it. Just do what you can, man. Always do what you can. But yeah, everybody, the idea is that dividing with a number that has a 0 at the end is super convenient, and that's what we want to play off of. That's the strategy. Play off of dealing with zeros at the end. And so with that said, that's why I took the 45 and split it up into 30 and 15, because that 30 was easy for me to deal with. And then all I had to worry about was the 15. That's the idea. And so let me go ahead and zoom into the 75. What should I split the 75 into, everybody? What idea do you have to split the 75 up? Throw some ideas out there. Darcel, or Emily says 60 then 15. Darcel says 25.50. Think of it as money. 60 ASVAB will be like 200. No worries, Armand. But I like that idea, Emily, because you want to keep things simple. This is how you do mental math. Keep it simple. The nearest number to 75. And obviously, look, if you're used to dealing with quarters, you know that 75 divided by 3 is 25, because 75 is 3/4. So divide 75 by 3, you get 25. A lot of people know that, but a lot of people don't. So watch this. If I split the 75 up into 60, and what's the remainder, everybody? 60, and then what's the remainder? Type it into that chat box. What's the remainder there? Emily says 15. Does everybody agree there? DJ says 15. Chantel says to me, yep, quite cool. We're at 15. We're at 15 there, right? All right. So now all we got to do, once you split it up, is divide individually and then bring it back. That's it, everybody. That's it. So everybody, what's 60 divided by 3? For sure. Yep, 60 divided by 3 is 20. 15 divided by 3 is what? Right, that's 5. And then 20 plus 5, that gives us 25. So is anybody's mind being blown right now with the idea that mental math can save you a lot of time? Is anybody liking this so far? Hey, that's what's up. You see, that's what's up. So again, my job here today is to teach you how to save time on the ASVAB, which in turn turns into a passing score or the score you want to get that job you need. Corey, not gonna lie, I'm recording also. Experiencing euphoric feelings. This is not a music festival, chill. All right, so I'm kidding. All right, so that's the idea. So the simple idea, everybody, the split and glue back together strategy. Here's the simple idea. You take that ugly looking number, you're gonna split it up into 2 easier numbers. It's a lot easier if you split it up to a number, that first number, if it ends in a 0, right here, if it ends in a 0, and it makes it a lot easier to divide if you're using a tens, like if it's a 0, because then all you gotta worry about is that other number. So what I like to focus on, if I'm trying to divide by, like, let's say 3, I wanna split it up into like 30 or 60 or 90, right? I'm not trying to split it up into like 20, because 3 does not go into 20. I'm not trying to use 50 either, because 3 doesn't go into 50. So you have to play it off of what you're dividing by. You want to play it off of the tens of that. So if I'm dividing by 8, I'm looking for 80 or 160 or 240. You see what I'm doing there, guys? Yes or no? You got to play it off of the divisor. Play it off of the divisor to see what you're going to split it up into. So it just takes a quick moment to multiply by 10 or 20 or 30. It takes a quick moment to do that to see what the multiple is, and then split it up, break it down, put it back together, and then have a good day. That's how it's all done. So who is ready for me to reveal the first winner from YouTube? Who's ready? Who is ready for me to reveal that first winner? Ooh, I think I'm gonna do this for like the next 60 seconds. Let it slowly scroll. Unless someone like yells at me. I love y'all, I really do. So winner number 1 from YouTube, that's gonna be Kavena, or Kivina. I'm sorry, I've never learned how to pronounce that name, but I'm assuming it's Kavena Henry. If you are here, shout yourself out, girl. You have won a free month to the group tutoring pass. That was the YouTube contest. Remember, I had 3 contests. Kavena, perfect, that's V, yep, that's you, perfect. So everybody, give her a shout out, congratulate her. She just won a free month to that group tutoring pass. It's gonna be out now tonight. So do not sign up. I will automatically enroll you into the course. Hey, and this is a huge thing. If you guys haven't heard of that group tutoring pass, literally what it is, every single one of these sessions, the free ones, the paid ones, the recordings, and all the problems that we did in them, you get access to all that now for as long as you subscribe. And then you get access to all the future sessions as well. So boom, congrats, Kavena. You are awesome for that. I'm gonna enroll you right after this. Tamika, I'm gonna tell you, you gotta get a 7-day free pass. Tamika, I'm gonna talk about pricing and all that at the end. I don't wanna like talk about all that, too many details right here. But let's stick to the mental math, guys. Let's get back to it. So congrats, Kavena, let's get back to it. So split and glue. I'm gonna help you guys out with this first problem, and then I'm gonna have you do the rest. And I'm gonna time y'all, and we're gonna work together to get it done. So 42 divided by 3. This ain't easy, this ain't obvious, but what are the 2 numbers you can split this up into to make it a lot easier on yourself? Boom, Deisha came in like fire, right? 30 and 12, Emily saw 2, 30 and 12. Everybody type it in, 30 and 12, 30 and 12. Unless you're taking notes, then obviously you're exempted. But everybody type it in, 30 and 12. That's the convenience right there. Split it up into two easier numbers. Split it up into two easier numbers because once I divide by that 3, what happens? It turns into what? 30 divided by 3 becomes, right on, 30 divided by 3 becomes 10. And then 12 divided by 3 becomes, correct, becomes 4. And so 10 plus 4, that makes that problem a lot easier, right? Because again, all of this right here is happening in your head. That's the point of this. You are not writing this down, everybody. You are doing this in your head. 42 is 30 and 12. If I'm dividing 30 by 3, 10. 12 by 3, 4. 10 and 4 is 14. That makes my life so much easier. And you can guarantee that you're going to get these questions right without much struggle at all. So did anybody get it right before I actually went through the answer? Did anybody look at it and be like, oh yeah, 30 and 12, boom, boom, boom. These are you, yeah? Anybody else? Hell yeah. Who else? Darcel, shout out. Yup. Manelli, yeah. Emily, it took you a second, but you still got it, right? So here's what I want to do, everybody. I'm going to zoom out here. I'm going to let y'all try to tackle these mentally. Again, mentally, do not write anything down. Split it up into two convenient numbers and try to bring it back together in your head. It's all about trying to do it in your head. So I'm going to give you guys 2 minutes to do all the problems here, and then we're going to review them all. 2 minutes starting now. Go. Pick the ones that you feel like are convenient for you. I make math so easy. That's my job. That's my job. So I'm glad to know I'm doing it right. Sounds good, Corey. Hey, man, thanks for the love. Thanks for coming, man. You know, you can always reach out to me whenever you need me, man. I got you. Thanks for coming. And if you're stuck, hey, guys, remember, look, if you're new or not, one thing I always do is I always help you guys out. So if you need help, if you have any questions or need me to repeat anything, please feel free to let me know. I got y'all. You know me. Nice, Tamika. You got one done. Let's go. Let's keep it going. And everybody, when you get one done, hey, say, shout yourself out. One of these is very manageable. That 84 divided by 3, that's very manageable. But when we get to those hundreds, that's when it gets crazy, right? So I want to see if you can extend it to those. Angelina's looking all types of relaxed right now. Emily already did them all double. Woo! Kamana did all except one. That's the thing, Alexis. That's what I'm trying to do. So, no worries, Kathy. Hey, no worries. Used to doing long division. Hey, that's going to bite you in the butt. You got to learn how to do it without it. We got 10 seconds here. You got stuck on one. That's all good. That's all good. I want you guys to try your best. That's all I'm asking for. Because if you can give me your best, I'll take care of the rest. That's how it works. So 3, 2, and 1. Good stuff, everybody. Let's go over each one individually. Let's start off with that 84. 84 divided by 3. What do we get, everybody? So Emily got 28. Deja got 26. Deandra got 28. So it looks like we have a little difference there. Everybody, I need your participation here. This ain't a one-man show here. Come on. There we go. All right, so it looks like a lot of people are agreeing on 28 here. Did anybody use their calculator to confirm their answer? Because that's really what I wanted you to do. I wanted you to do it mentally, then use your calculator to confirm it right or wrong. Because that's how you can build that confidence. No worries. So if you have your calculator for the next round of things that we do, just keep that in mind, all right? Keep that in mind. Because let's go through it though. Oh, Darcel, you did it by hand? That's cool too. Again, I want you to feel comfortable and then expand it when you're ready. So let's get to it. 84. Everybody, what is convenient with 84 when you're dividing specifically by 3? What numbers do you want to split it up into? So Emily and Chantel both say 60 and 24. I agree with that because 60 is convenient because 3 goes into 60 really easy and the remainder is 24. Remember guys, the split strategy is split the number into 2 easier divisions. All right, split it up into 2 easier divisions. I'm working with 3 specifically to show you how it works, but you can use any number with this, any number. I'm just specifically showing you 3. So I did 60 and 24. Now, when I do that, again, you're just splitting them up. You're still going to do the division. I'm still going to do the division. So help me out, everybody. 60 divided by 3 gives me what? Yep, it gives me that 20. That's really convenient there, right? And then 24 divided by 3 conveniently is 8. And you see how this continuously makes it super easy for us. We have 20 that ends in a 0 plus an 8. Is it hard to add 20 and 8 together? Of course not, right? Of course not. No worries, Jasmine. But of course not. It's not hard to add 20 and 8. That's just 28. And so if you grab your calculator to confirm your work, guess what? My goal is for you to be faster than your calculator. And pay attention, everybody. This is what I mean. And if you think that's impossible, well, I got plenty of people that have learned from me that are faster than a calculator. Here's what I mean. The act of simply raising your hand, grabbing your calculator, plugging in the numbers, hitting enter, looking at the answer, putting your calculator down, and writing the number. That process, I want you to be faster than that process. You can be faster than that process if you're good like that. Angelina, you got stuck, so you tried to do 70 and 14s, but you see how 70 wouldn't work, right? 70 is not a convenient number to use for 3. If it was dividing by 7, oh, for sure, right? For sure, we could split it up into 70 and 14 and get our number. But you have to play off of what you're dividing by to know what convenient numbers you want to use. So on a scale of 1 to 10, everybody, how much sense is this making so far? And if you're confused, what about it? Like, is it the splitting? Is it putting it back together? Like, how much sense is this making on a scale of 1 to 10? And if it's not making so much sense, let me know why. I want to know what I can help you with, because this is what this is all about. I got 3 people saying 10 out of 10. All right, 4 people. Okay. You're a little off on the splitting. Okay. And somebody says it makes sense. All right, I need one more person to give me some feedback there. We got plenty of people in this room today. We got a lot of people, man. Danny, you're agreeing with saying that it feels a little off on the splitting. Darcel says it makes complete sense. All right, cool. So for some of us, it may just be we need to practice a little more with it, and then we got it down, right? So let's go ahead and look at 102 first. Let's take a look here. And let me actually allow y'all to talk if y'all want to. Oh, y'all can. All right. So what could I split up the 102 into? What could I split that up into? I love it. You guys are thinking big here, right? It's not always going to be just the 10. It's not always going to be 30. You can do 60. You can do 90, right? And so I'm going to split this up into 90. And everybody, say it in the chat box or with the mic. Why did you choose 90? Why is 90 the best number to use?
Full of 3.
Did you say that it's because it's divisible by 3?
Yeah.
Absolutely, Janet. Absolutely. Yes. You're picking a convenient number that's divisible by the divisor. So 90 is very convenient, so I can use that. And so booyah, once I divide, that's it. Game over. divide by that 3, and I'm going to bring everything down. Because everybody, 90 divided by 3, we get what? Not 20, Tamika. Not 20. 90 divided by 3 is 30. Yeah, it's 30. And then 12 divided by 3 gives us what, everybody?
4.
That's right. That gives us 4. And we right there. We're right there. Everybody, oh my God, this is the hardest thing you'll do all day. What's 30 plus 4? The only way you'll get this wrong is if you actually just mistype, honestly. If that Parkinson's kicks in and then you just mistype the number. It's all good.
How many fingers do I have?
What was that, Janet?
How many fingers do I have?
Right? Exactly. Like, this is that. It makes it that much easier. And that's what mental math is. Like, I'm not teaching you some crazy thing that you need to, like, learn. Like, nah. I am playing specifically off of your ability to do easy division. So if we know how to do easy division pretty well, let's turn it into easy division. I'm not teaching you a new, like, crazy formula. Nah. We're just splitting it up into 2 easier divisions, because once we put it back together, 34, and that's the answer. You can grab your calculator and do 102 divided by 3, and you get 34. Emily, I love the advertising there. Doing the apps every day. It makes you better. It really does. 5 minutes a day, I swear. I swear by it. Like, so let me be honest with y'all. I've gotten some of my kids to some schools, like when I was a teacher, I've got my kids into Georgia. One of my kids was a main applicant for MIT, and I think he got in. Like, and that's only because they did the little things especially right. That's what it's all about. Do the little things especially right, and you're good. So let's move up to the harder ones here. Let's look at 324. A little tougher now, but what can we split 324 up into? DeAndre, you always come in here with the most motivational things, I swear to God. Let's talk about 324 really quick. Let's talk about this. What can we split 324 up into? Careful, Emily. Yeah, 300. So I'll give it a couple more seconds to see who else got DJ right. Yeah. Pay attention, everybody. You can split it up into 324. Notice how I split it up from the hundreds and the tens. All I did was split it up. That's all I did. I didn't do anything crazy. I know this is a more complicated number because it's 3 digits now, but does everybody see what I did? Give me a yes or no in the chat box, everyone. Do you see what I did here to make it convenient for myself? Perfect. So now what's next to do? Everybody type it into the chat box. What am I doing now? After I split the numbers up, how does that split and glue work again? What do I do next? What do I do next? Come on, let's be quick in that chat box. Go, go, go. What am I doing next? That's right. That's right. Then do the division. So make it easier first, then do the division, and then bring it back together. Let's get it in. Let's get it in. 300 divided by 3. That looks really hard, right? Nah, 300 divided by 3 is 100. And then you're looking at 24 and you're like, all right, 24 divided by 3. That might be a little harder actually, but 24 divided by 3 is what?
8.
Exactly. It's 8. If you paid any sort of attention in school, 24 divided by 3 is probably the easier side of things. And that's my job here. I want to help you see the easier side of things. Because 100 plus 8, oh man, that's hard. That's 108. And you make your life easier. That's what math is all about. I'm sorry that y'all got, raised in class with these teachers trying to have you memorize all these things. It's like, come on, guys. Is it better when you memorize something or when you understand something? It's better when you understand it. And that's what I'm teaching y'all here. To understand math, not to fear it. You're not supposed to be afraid of math, man. There's nothing to be afraid of. They're just numbers. Let's look at 156 divided by 3. Everybody type it in. What did you split the convenient numbers into? Emily, you typing so fast. Yeah. Emily is crazy fast. But yeah, 156. Come on, you got to be careful here simply because when you pull out that 15, it's in the tens place. So there's that 0 there you got to bring with it. So if I split it up, 156 would be 150 and 6. Did anybody use anything different here for 150? Oh, did you use 90 and 66? That works too. I'm going to show you every way that you could do it because it doesn't have to be the closest number. It just has to be a number. That's all it has to be. A convenient number and you're good. So I'm going to show this multiple ways, everybody. But 156 divided by 3, if we do that and we divide by 3, we're going to get 150 divided by 3 is what? 50. Yep. And 6 divided by 3 is 2. And so our answer is going to be 52. But let me go ahead and show you the other ways that we can do this. Bediaku, 85, what's your name? Because you've been to my sessions and I got to shout you out because that's genius there too. If you want to make it even easier, you can split it all up into 150 and 6. But Leah, the only problem with that is that 100 is not divisible by 3. That would be the only issue. Tamika, the issue with 130 would again be that 130 is not divisible by 3. You want to play off of what you're dividing by. So there will be a problem where splitting it up into all 3 digits will make sense. This would not be one of them. There we go. Yep, Leah, this would be a lot better here because we can do this. I'm going to erase this, everybody. So sorry. What we can also do, I love that. That is better because we can split this up into 120, 30, and 6. That would also make up 156. And then once you divide by the 3, then we'll see that we have 40, 10, and 2. And if we add it all up back together, that's 52. So boom. Yeah, that would work out very well too. As long as you split it up into numbers that are divisible by 3, you're good. You're good. So do we understand that we can split it up in whatever way we want? Do we see that? Good. I'm glad because that's the most important part there, guys. Being able to split it up into any numbers that are convenient. So I'm going to allow 10 seconds here. Take a screenshot of this if you'd like to. If you plan on getting the group tutoring pass, you don't need to. You're going to get these anyway. Cool. And how are we feeling, everybody? We feeling pretty good? We're feeling pretty good? Ready for the next set of practice problems? Right on. Darcel's nervous. Like, these seem kind of easy right now. I don't know how crazy we're going to get. Yeah, that ends up happening. All right. So let's go ahead and move forward to our winner number 2. This winner is coming from the sign up form. So I had that sign up form come out on Monday and Tuesday. Y'all filled it out, getting ready for that excitement for the group tutoring pass. And everybody who signed up, they're going to get an email with that special crazy discount that I'm going to offer tonight. So even if you don't win, don't worry. We still got one more winner to pick. And that person is here in this session right now. So winner number 2, though, from the sign up form, that is Cordy. Cordy Fouch. Cordy, you here, boss? Let's see if you're here. Dang, this guy won free group tutoring for a month and he ain't even here. Should I give it away? I'm joking. I'm joking. But congratulations to Cordy. He ain't here. Brother, if you're watching this recording, when you get the pass anyway, I don't know, I kind of felt like roasting you, but I don't know, you do that by yourself on the daily, so boom, done, roasted. All right, so you snooze, you lose. I'll take it. You guys are awesome. But yeah, that Cordy Fouch, congratulations, brother. Well, I'll put that in your course and I'll email you about this in a bit. So I'm going to show y'all trick number 2. All right, I'm going to show y'all trick number 2. Now, here's the thing. Before I show y'all trick number 2, just know that you can still use that one strategy because having one strategy is better than no strategy. I just do not want y'all to get into the habit of long division. That is not what I want. What I do want is for y'all to get it mentally. So if that first way made all the sense in the world, then you are good with that, keep it there. But I'm going to teach you the second way to show you that there are a million different ways you can do math. So this one is the dividing twice or more strategy. Here's how it works. First off, if we're looking at 60 divided by 4, if we're using mental math, what would that become? Hey, no worries, Vanessa. But 60 divided by 4, do it mentally or on paper. What would the answer be if we're using that trick that we just learned earlier? So Emily says 15. Danny says 15. Julie says I sound like Michael Scott from The Office. I don't know about all that. That guy speaks awkward. Like, that's not me. But yeah, you guys are seeing it there, right? Yeah, we can split the 60 up. We can split it up into 40 plus 20. We can split it up into 3 20s. We can do whatever we want. But at the end of the day, 40 divided by 4 gives us 10. And 20 divided by 4 gives us 5. And so we end up with 15. So in my head, you can do that. 60 splits up into 40 and 20 because 40 is that convenient number. 40 and 20, 10 and 5, 15. Now, I'm going to show you how to do it with another technique that might blow your mind even more. So I'm going to take this and I'm just going to move it over to the side for just a brief moment. Just a brief moment if technology allows me to do my job for once. All right, great. So moving you over. Now, good Lord. All right, so there, it's out of the way. Now let me ask y'all this. Everybody, 4. 4 is what times what? 4 is 2 times 2. And Tamika, the answer to that question is yes. To do mental math, you need the basics down. You need your basic times tables down. Like, that is what you have to remember to be able to do this fluidly without having much trouble at all. So everybody take note. If you have trouble with the times tables, learn them. No exceptions. Learn your times tables, learn your times tables, learn your times tables. So here we are. Everybody agrees 4 is 2 times 2. So guess what, everybody? Instead of doing 60 divided by 4, you can actually do 60 divided by 2 divided by 2. So what I'm saying is, instead of dividing by 4, just divide by 2 and 2. Because again, if you divide by 2, then divide by 2 again, that's the same thing as dividing by 4. Does everybody see that? Yes or no? Give me a yes or a no in that chat box, or a nod in that video chat. I see a lot of people nodding. Yeah, Julie's like, oh, eyes going wide, like, oh. I love it. This is where I give that commercial announcement for PBS, the more you know, that rainbow. Yeah, that's where we're at right now. So we can, instead of dividing by 4, we can divide by 2 and by 2 again. So everybody, 60 divided by 2 gives us what? 30. And then bring it down. So then 30 divided by 2 gives us what? 15. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Give me some feedback. What do you think of this? Give me some feedback. I want to know that if this makes sense. I want to know if it makes sense. And if it doesn't, let me know. Let me know. How are we feeling right now? Emily, you tried the strategy out at first glance. You just said, hey, let me just try to divide by 2 twice. The more you know. I love it. Hypnotize, yeah. I love y'all. Hey, Vanessa, no worries. Hey, it's all good. That's what I'm here for. We're going to go through this technique a few times. I got you. I understand the first one. The second one may take a little time, right? So Anastasia, actually, here's the thing, Anastasia. This is way faster, and here's why. When you're doing this, I'm going to say this a million times here, you are not writing this down. You want to get to the point where you are not writing. I'm looking at this and I'm saying, all right, from dividing by 4, I can just divide by 2 twice. So 60 divided to 30 divided to 15. Done. That's the idea. I'm not trying to have you write anything down. The point of mental math is to do it mentally. I am simply illustrating what I'm doing in my head. Does that make sense? Like all I'm doing is illustrating what's happening in my head on paper, because obviously I can't like plug in a wire and y'all just see everything. This isn't the Matrix. So yeah, I wish it was. I mean, it's a cool movie, but yeah. All right, let's go ahead and try another one out then. So let's go ahead and try out 96 divided by 6. Let's first try out that split and glue technique. And if we're trying the split and glue technique, everybody, what two convenient numbers would we use for 96? For the split and glue technique, for the breaking it apart. What can we break it apart into? Go. So you guys are all opening up with 90 and 6, but do you know immediately what 90 divided by 6 is? That's the question, because again, you want to make it convenient. Is 90 convenient when you're dividing by 6? No worries, Vanessa. I'll teach you how to do it right now. Chantel, yeah. 60 and 36. That's what we're going for. Yep. That's what we're going for. So if we're looking at 96, if I split that up into 60, because again, 60 is just 10 times 6. So that's what makes it convenient. Here's why that's convenient. If you split it up into two easier numbers, that's the step number one, splitting it up. Step number two is going to be then dividing by that number. Again, everybody, this is happening in your head. This is happening in your head. 60 and 36. You got those two numbers in your head. Everybody, 60 divided by 6 is what? Booyah. And 36 divided by 6 in my head is 6. So this is where the gluing comes into play, because you split and now you glue. You glue it back together. And so 10 plus 6, the hardest math you'll do all day, is 16. So that's the split and glue technique, Vanessa. We split the number up into two easier numbers so that we can just divide in our heads individually and then just bring it back together. So even if that doesn't make total sense right now, again, I just want you to get into it. So did you understand that the basic idea is splitting it and bringing it back together? Even if the numbers didn't make sense, do you understand the idea, Vanessa, that it's splitting and bringing it back? I'll give you a second there to respond there, but there we go. The answer is 16. And so now let's go back and let's use our double division or two or more division technique. So I'll move this off to the side for one moment, right over here. And everybody, here's what I'm going to do now. Everybody, 6 is what times what?
2 times 3.
Correct. Absolutely. And so with that said, thanks, Darcel, that's 3 times 2, 2 times 3, whatever way you want to say it. And so what I can say, well, Darcel, so it makes sense, but do you have enough time? You will have enough time because you need to practice this. When you practice this, everything else becomes so much easier. So 96 is the same thing, or 6 is the same thing as 3 and 2. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take 6 and split it up into 3 and 2. So instead of splitting up the front number, you can split up the back number. But in this case, if it's dividing by 6, you can just say we're dividing by 3 and dividing by 2. Because everybody, what is 96 divided by 3? Is that convenient? Yeah, right? 32. That is hecka convenient. That's really convenient. That is 32. If you know how to divide here, the 9 is perfect because 9 divided by 3 is 3. 6 divided by 3 is 2, so 32. Or you can split it up into 90 and 6 in your head and do it that way. Booyah. And then all you have to do now is divide by 2. Everybody, 32 divided by 2 is what? That's where the tough part comes in, but you can still see that 32 could be 20 and 12, which would be 10 and 6, or 16. This is life-changing. And I'm keeping these sessions free, right? And then we have those bonus sessions, but this is all we can get done in an hour. So like, I feel like I'm just really happy with the way things are going here. So that's the technique there. That's the double division or more technique. You can just split it up into the factors. So there it is right here. You split the divisor up. So what you're dividing by, you can split it up into its factors and divide those factors in there. That's what you can do. And it's amazing what you can do when you keep things simple. That's the idea of mental math, keeping things simple. And I'm glad that I can help you guys out with it. So I'm gonna start taking screenshots of this stuff. This is life-changing. Come on, like stop. My ego can only get so big. All right, so let's try this one out. 72 and 18. Let's do this one together before I give you guys some practice on your own. 72 divided by 18. That doesn't look so easy. That don't look so hot, right? And I can't split and glue this one up either. This ain't gonna be easy to split and glue. So let me use the other technique. Everybody, 18. What can we split it up into where one of the numbers can easily go into 72? What can we split up 18 into? What factors? Emily, if you're gonna say 9, you gotta say what it's with. 9 and what? 9 times what? Yeah, so we can say 9 times 2. Because once we do that, booyah, we're gonna keep this as 72 divided by 9 and divided by 2. I can split the 18 up into both of those things right there. And so, right on, let's get to it. So everybody, 72 divided by 9, who knows that off the top of their head? Yeah, that's gonna be 8. 72 divided by 9, that's gonna be 8. And 8 divided by 2, everybody, is?
4.
It's 4. Booyah. Yeah, and even if you went the other way, even if you divided by the 2 first and then you divided by the 9, if you divide by the 2 first, 72 divided by 2 is 36. 36 divided by 9, that's 4. And so boom, this is where mental math, again, helps us keep things simple. That's what mental math is all about. Keep things simple. Keep things simple. So I want to move on here because I want to let you guys practice one more time with either strategy that you like or long division if you want to. All this time it was that simple. This one was tough though. I gotta give you some tough love. Where have you been my whole dang life? Probably at Chipotle. I'm feeling more confident. You got it now. That's awesome. That's good to hear. So here we go. We're gonna practice any strategy that you want here now, okay? I wanna give us one more set of practice before we go. So everybody, let's come together. Let's finish this thing off and let's have a good night, all right? So I wanna give you all practice here. I'm gonna give you all 1 minute to pick any of the problems I'm gonna show you. Do any strategy you want. You can do split and glue. You can do dividing by the smaller factors. You can do long division or anything that you know right now that you know will work. Well, Allison, I can't tell you why I wasn't, but I can tell you why I will be. All right. So here we go. I'm going to count 1 minute to do as many as you can. Go. Try to use mental math here. What's up, buddy? All right, we're looking at our final 20 seconds here, guys. You got this. And get as many as you can done. Again, try to do without writing anything on paper if you can help it. But if not, that's fine. If you need to write the split up, hey, write that split up. It's all good. And we have Angelina migrating again from the Sahara Desert over to the West Indian Ocean here. I love looking at the video and see what you guys are doing sometimes. And 3, 2, 1, time. How many did you get? How many did you get? Type in, how many did you get? Chantel got 4. Okay. 2, 3. Chantel's a show off, everybody. Tamika saying 1. Darcel saying, I'm going to keep messing with it forever. All right. So then 2, 3, 2, 3, 2. That's good, guys. You got 3 tough division problems done. 2 or 3. Even getting 1 done in that minute, that's good. By not putting your pencil on paper, that's good, guys. I'm telling you, that's good. I'm excited for y'all. So let's go over some of these. I'm going to go over 3. I want to go all of them. I'm going to tell you what the answer was. I'm going to try to explain some of them, but I respect your time. It's almost time to go here, but here we are. So stay with me, guys. Stay with me. The 108 divided by 6. If I'm looking at this, I'm thinking split and glue. Even if it's a 3 and a 2, I don't know what the 3 and the 2 would end up being. So I'm going to keep my life easy. So I'm going to just say, hey, 60, and the remainder would be 48. Because I know 60 to 100 is 40 plus that additional 8. So booyah. And then all I'm going to do here, in my head, again, this is what's happening in my head, divide each of these by 6. Because that would give me 10 and 8. So this should have given you 18. So number 1 should have been 18. Who's excited that they got it right? Who got it right or not? The next one, I'm just going to write the answer out, and I'm going to tell you what strategy was best. 72. You can do either one. They're both just as fast because 72 divided by 4 could be divided by 2 twice. So 72, 36, 18. Or you can split, and I'm only going to talk about this now, but 72 would end up being 40 and 32. 40 and 32. 40 turns into 10. 32 turns into 8. 10 and 8, 18. And that's what we see right there. So there's number 2. Thank you for coming, Jasmine. No worries. All love. 287 divided by 7. That one, I can split that up well into 287. Because that would make it 40 and 1 to get 41. Up top here, 80 divided by 5. I'm automatically thinking, hey, 50 and 30. Again, this is happening in my head. And so that becomes 10 plus 6, which is 16. And lastly, 198 divided by 9. The convenient numbers are going to be 180 and 18. I'm really close there with 180. So I can say that 180 divided by 9, that would end up becoming 20. And 18 divided by 9 ends up being 2. So this ends up being 22. So how many did you get right? How many did you get right? Truly get right. Is anybody seeing this in a much better way now? Because I'm about to announce that third winner. So how are we feeling right now, man? How are we really feeling? How are we really feeling? The 2 you did, very much so, feeling good, right? That's what these sessions are about, man. That's what they're all about. That's what they're all about. Good, guys. It's really good. Feeling like a dinosaur. I'm not even sure what that means. But here we are, everybody. That was awesome. So let me ask y'all straight up before I pick the winner. Are these mental math tricks useful? They're useful, right? I'm glad that they are. There's plenty more to learn too, because we got a bonus session coming up next week. But before we sign up for that, before we go crazy with that, I got to tell you guys, man, I'm proud of y'all. I'm proud of y'all for sticking through here. I'm proud of y'all for doing what you got to do to make sure that you're passing this thing. I'm telling you, it's not easy to stay focused like you are. It's not easy.